The ancient Greek historian Herodotus once said, "The greatest human misfortune is for a wise man to have no influence." That statement is something that we should take to heart because brother, I believe that no matter who we are, we can change the world, and that makes us wise. How much more if you're the leading P-pop group called SB19 who's making waves all over the world? Hello and welcome to the 8th episode of the Mahalima Mana. In this episode, we will gauge the popularity of SB19 through the scope of their influence. Although the Mahalima Mana is essentially an SB19 series of stories, we realize that we shouldn't move forward without recognizing their roots. Therefore, let's first direct our attention to people whose body of work strengthened the foundation of the Philippine music industry. For several years now, these legends of the original Filipino music, or OPM, have held Elements music camps to collaborate with each other and to pass on to the upcoming artists the love of the Filipino culture through music and to perfect the culture of the music-loving people in them.
A new story.
We have the privilege to influence people. Obligado kami na mag-instill ng positive vibes.
Artists can be catalysts for change.
Kung meron kang gustong i-impart na bagong idea, pwedeng through music, hindi lang dito pumapasok, pero mismo sa heart ng ultra.
More people listen to musicians than to politicians.
They don't remember laws, they don't pass on laws, they pass on stories. Walang kwenta ang nation kung walang kwento.
Na-meet ko din naman ng SB19 sa isang event and napakababait ng mga yun. No?
Ang gagaling.
Ang gagaling. Nagugulat ako eh. Unang-una, kasi kumakanta sila dun sa holding area namin eh. Sabi ko, ang gagaling. Grabe. Grabe.
Makikita ba naman kayo mag-gento?
Pero galing, no?
Opo, ang ganda po ng steps nila.
Nung narinig ko yung alam mo, tinanong sa akin kanina, ano sa mga kanta gusto mo na ikaw na lang sana nakapagsulat?
Nakapagsulat, opo.
Hindi, honestly, kasi ang ganda ng beat.
Yung beat po.
Damang-dama nila yung kinakanta nila. Ganon dapat. Galing. SB19.
Yes.
We do the cover of the song Bakit Ba Ikaw by Michael Pangilinan. I was the one who wrote
Bakit
the song.
ba ikaw?
Yeah.
Kayo pala yun?
Yes, I wrote the song. And kinover nila.
SB19 yan?
Gusto ko yung ginagawa nila, nag-i-invent sila ng ibang klaseng title para medyo silang identity. And I'm happy na nire-reinvent nila yung sarili na being an artist. Proud ako na may katulad nila na binibigyan ng pagkakataon na makita what is the Filipino music for international market.
Anong tingin mo ang chance nila na mag-world domination?
Pwede. It's a matter of finding the right song. It's always... Right song is always the key para makapasok ka ng international market. Yes.
Narinig mo ba yung ibang mga produkto nila? What do you think of their songwriting skills?
Well, meron sila. They can really write songs. So,
even SB19, gumagawa ng name globally.
Kaya nga, ang instrumento natin yung mga up-and-coming singers, yung mga singers na nangangarap na makapasok sa international, tuloy nyo lang yan. Huwag kayong lilito kasi yan ang magbibigay sa atin ng recognition dito sa international market.
So yun ang advice niyo sa mga SB19 P-pop groups na just don't stop?
Hindi dapat sila tumigil kasi eventually doon sila pupunta eh.
Oo. Diba?
Hindi sila pwede tumigil.
We are so proud of you. Kasi, alam nyo, mahirap talagang ilabas ang musika natin sa Pilipinas, papuntang buong mundo. Kasi ganun talaga yon. But I think right now, people are ready for it. And we are so happy that you guys are doing it. So keep doing it, right? I also want to say to each and every one of you, thank you. Thank you for supporting our P-pop, our very own P-pop. kayang-kaya nila. So maraming salamat sa suporta ninyo and continue to support P-pop music!
SB19 have toured several countries and sold out many concerts. They endorsed many products and companies relied on their profits from them. They were invited to public and private events to entertain and to lend prestige to the celebrators. Their Fandom 18 held events to benefit others in their name and are their best defenders. After 5 years of grind, this is now the status of SB19, and their influence is not only widespread, but it also comes in different forms.
La chara chara, la chara chara, la chara chara chara, la chara la cha. Mama, kumasa natin na.
Kanina ay nahuli ang aking sarili.
Number 1. The world sings your song and dances your dance. I put these words and melodies together. I am music and I write the songs. I write the songs that make the whole world sing. I write the songs of love and special things. Barry Manilow's lyrics couldn't ring truer than this for SB19. Their songs have charted internationally, and people who don't speak and understand their language sing their songs and dance to their choreography. And with the advent of the internet and several social media platforms, the works of SB19 are easily accessible, and when your product is great, there's no barrier for admiration. Who would have thought that foreigners would sing in Tagalog or Visayan languages just because these are songs put out by SB19 or the individual members?
In a world where music knows no boundaries, Filipino boy band SB19 has emerged as a shining example of how talent and determination can overcome language barriers. Hailing from the Philippines, SB19 took the P-pop industry by storm, proving that language is no obstacle when it comes to creating captivating music and connecting with fans worldwide.
Number 2. Big Brothers in P-pop. From the get-go, our young men of SB19 knew what they are passionate about, and that is the performing arts. Therefore, even when there was a time that they gave up, it didn't take long for them to get back together, because their goal is not only to succeed for themselves and their families, but even for their country. With this mindset, other P-pop groups are included in their dreams. They have been reaching out to other artists, showing them respect, admiration, and humility as big brothers should. These actuations by SB19 steadily gained them admirers, including other artists and celebrities.
She tweeted this and admitted that through TikTok, actress Empress Shuck. This was revealed when she did this game in TikTok.
AC Bonifacio is a vocal fan of SB19. Ann Curtis herself knows the power of MAPA, as she tweeted about it. The actress, host, and occasional singer shared that she just heard MAPA for the first time and said that it hit close to home. Ben and Ben are big fans of SB19, and it's clear that the feeling is mutual. When what was dropped, Miguel Benjamin tweeted about how he liked the MV of the song and how inspiring SB19 is. The group in turn has expressed how they would like to collab with Ben and Ben on one of their songs. The fans' prayers were soon answered. Even sports figures have expressed their support for the group. One such fan is former volleyball player, host, and sports news anchor, Gretchen Ho. Among other things, Gretchen tweeted about the release of What. She also congratulated the group when they were nominated for Top Social Act at the 2021 BBMAs.
All over the world, they already are gaining fans, including Secretary Anthony Blinken of the U.S. Department of State.
It's been well known that Liza Soberano is a big K-pop fan, but she has also shown her love and support for P-pop, specifically SB19. When the group was nominated for BBMA's Top Social Act, Liza took to Twitter to vote for them herself and asked others to do the same. Once revealed that her dream collab is with SB19. It was during an interview when she was also promoting her single. OPM superstar Moira de la Torre has on multiple occasions shown her support for SB19. She praised the group when they released the music video of their song What, by commenting, "World class," in the comments section. Actress and host Toni Gonzaga is another well-known celebrity fan of SB19. She had the boys on her Toni Talks YouTube show, and it was clear she did her research with the questions she asked. Toni also shared SB19's 2020 Phil Core performance on Instagram. Vice Ganda isn't just a fan of SB19. You could say she is a stan and a genuine Atan. Vice's interactions with the group go as far back as 2019 when she had the boys perform in her show, GGV, back when they were still relatively unknown.
Cool ka lang. Cool ka lang, pero deep inside, gumagano na yung dibdib mo. Oh my God! SB19, ganyan. Pero, ayun, sana soon. I mean, I want to meet them in person, of course.
A best-selling author, and a podcaster at the same time, Marcelo Santos III of Who Got Marcelo, recently expressed his admiration for Mahalima in this tweet. "This is what a true performer is." The tweet he quoted says this about the boys during their performance on the recent Fusion event. "To the nth time, Ginto till the grave, even if a tech difficulty happens." Their professionalism, passion, and love for their craft truly shows, especially in moments like this. This is really astounding. During time.
Number 3. A skillful man will stand before kings. Speaking of kings, our Mahalima or Beloved Five have stood before high-ranking officials and have been celebrated by officials in other countries.
The home of biotech, the home of SB19. So it's SB19 Day in the county of San Mateo.
The Philippine government, no less, honored SB19 by making them youth ambassadors for the National Commission for Culture and Arts of the Philippines. The increase of large and wealthy companies hiring SB19 to be their product endorsers have increased over the years. It was not too long ago when they were asked if they had sponsors already, and their answer was no. Now, in their new and improved office and studio, stands a wall filled with names of their sponsors. These companies trust the clean name of SB19, which they would want to be reflected towards their products. And these companies also know that because of the group's popularity, fans will support their products as well. A good example of the group's influence was when Pablo was casually asked by a fan on his live show what his favorite perfume was. And just after a few hours after he mentioned his favorite perfume, 18 bought everything in the stores.
Samantala naglabas ng bagong kanta na Moonlight ang P-pop boy group na SB19 nitong May 3. Nangunguna po ito ngayon sa top music charts ng 9 na mga bansa. Nakuha ng Moonlight ang top spot ng mga music charts sa Pilipinas, Singapore, Hong Kong, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Indonesia, Cambodia, Bahrain at Qatar. Bukod dito ay nasa ika-10 pwesto na rin ng iTunes sa buong mundo ang kanilang bagong kanta. Ayon po sa SB19 ay ginawa nila ang kanta sa tulong ng United States-based producer na si Ian Asher at ng Chinese electronic producer na si Terry Zhong. Samantala, umabot na sa 1.3 million ang views na music video na Moonlight at naghahanda naman ngayon ang mga miyembro na sina Pablo, Josh, Stell, Justin at Ken para sa kanilang 2-day concert ng pagtatag tour sa Manila.
Number 4, being loved. Is there an artist who doesn't have fans? If there is, then what's the point? How would you survive? It's being proven time and time again that even if nobody sets it up, fans just start forming because as artists, you have what it takes to be on stage and be admired by the audience. Thus, fandoms are born.
Around and asked people if they knew SB19, and if they didn't, I showed them who they are and tried to get one more 18 on board. So, without further ado, come tag along.
And for better or worse, these fans are stupendous in their expression of ardor to their beloved artists. And SB19 knows the power their fans hold. That's why they carefully and lovingly named them 18.
Okay, fandom name, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! 18! Yeah! So kasi kami, SB19, 18, 19!
So if there's no 18, then also there's no SB19.
Yes. Another meaning. So if you're going to read this 18, it could also be read as Ati. So all the success, all the lahat ng natatamo natin ngayon, atin to, ours. Lastly, gusto talaga namin special mention yung Aurum sa lahat-lahat. Kasi sa totoo lang, talagang sila yung unang sumuporta sa amin nung hindi pa nila, wala pang nakakilala sa amin, sa grupo namin. Kaya thankful kami. Kaya nakahiwalay yan, A, ibig sabihin yan, Aurum. Aurum and SB19.
18 consumes anything SB19, as a group and as solo artists. They are present in every SB19 event, big and small, and during individual members' events as well. This support is not only about showing up and cheering on, but many 18 are generous in giving gifts to these men. From purchasing a parcel of land under a member's name, to buying billboard ads, to personal gifts. I myself witnessed this when I attended their Pagtatag concert in LA. I was a little embarrassed to bring a big box of assorted gifts to our Mahalima, only to find out that there were 5 cargo boxes waiting in front of the concert venue. But it's not because SB19 were expecting gifts, but they've learned from the past concerts that they couldn't stop 18 from showering them gifts, so they were prepared. Another great way they support is promoting the songs of SB19, just like when SB19 Justin put out his long-awaited solo, Surreal music video. It didn't take that long for it to hit 1 million streams. They do this on every song released by the group or the individual members. And if supporting their songs is not enough, purchasing the merch of SB19 is another thing. Like how SB19 Ken's Superior Sun brand outfits were sold out in just 10 minutes.
I put like a sticker that has SB19.
Number 5, having a powerful product. As influencers, it's natural for SB19 that their beloved fandom 18 are their first and foremost product. And because our Mahalima or Beloved 5 promotes kindness and supports charitable causes, 18 never misses to care for each other each time there's an SB19 event, whether it be giving away tickets, food and goodies, as well as SB19 memorabilia. 18 even goes out of their way to conduct charity works during calamities and in celebrating the birthdays of the members of the group. And if these works are not often noted, 18 show their power in other ways, like when they sold out tickets for SB19's 2-day opening and finale shows for their Pagtatag concert series in minutes, and when 18 beat the fandom of bigger international stars in the 2023 Billboard Fan Army Face-Off.
Ngayon, anong ginagawa niyo sa mga kabataan ngayon na marami naghihirap sa Pilipinas para makatulong sa kanila? Bukod sa binibigyan sila ng inspirasyon.
Siyempre po marami po talagang projects kami na nagdo-donate po kami, especially po sa mga awards po na nakukuha namin. Karamihan po doon is parang mga charities, and nagtitry po kami na makapagbigay ng monetary as much as we can. Pero kung hindi man po sa monetary, syempre po dinadaan po namin siya sa mga fan projects. At syempre po, yun nga po, makikita niyo po per birthday po, sa totoo lang, mayroon po kami kanya-kanya mga projects for charities. At ayun po, tinutulungan po kami syempre ng mga fans namin na 18 para gawin po yun itong mga bagay na ito. At syempre, at makapag-inspire po, maging ripple effect po siya na kami po nakakatulong at yung mga matutulungan po namin makatulong din po sa iba.
With everything that we do naman po, we make sure na meron siyang maganda and malaking impact. Hindi lang po sa amin as artists but also sa mga listeners, sa mga followers po namin. So lagi po namin iniisip na yung kung isang bagay na gagawin namin, hindi lang siya makakabuti ba sa amin, kundi may malaking epekto rin siya para sa ibang tao na gawin din yung magagandang bagay na posible nilang gawin sa kapwa rin nila. Siyempre, nandito kami para gumawa ng musika, nandito kami para pasayahin at abutin yung pangarap namin. But bukod doon, nandito rin kami para maging boses at maging imahe ng mga kabataan na maging mabuti para maging kami yung tutularan nila. Kung hindi man, makakita sila ng mga mabubuting gawain at mga magagandang asal na posibleng maturo nila sa ibang kagaya nila.
Actually po, parang nasabi na po nila lahat, but gusto ko lang po magpasalamat sa 18 sa mga fans namin for, tumutulong talaga sila yung nag-i-initiate talaga. For example, like, mayroon silang feeding program or sobrang liit lang na bagay na ganun, sobrang malaking bagay na yun para sa ibang tao. Although, para sa atin na meron tayo, pero para sa ibang taong wala talaga, especially sa mga bata ngayon. Thank you 18 for, sa pagtulong sa mga tao. Sa lahat ng blessing na dumating sa inyo, tapos naging blessing din kayo sa ibang tao. Thank you so much. Si Pablo.
If you're wondering that 18 may only be collectively powerful, I don't see why even an individual cannot wield power as well. Take, for example, my most admired content creator, Casual Chuck. Chuck's videos are well-researched, well-edited, with exciting storytelling, which makes sharing about SB19 effortless. And because of those videos, more people have gotten to know and love SB19.
This was also the time when I found them. Their music made a difference in my life. It gave people happiness. Their music inspired us to become a better version of ourselves despite our imperfections. SB19 taught us not to only raise our own flag, but to wave it proudly.
In line with the topic of SB19 as influencers, as a Tita 18, I'd like to remind all of us that there's the most important and the utmost of all influencers that we all should strive to follow.
Whose influence will benefit you most and influence you in a positive way. The Lord says, "Listen to me, Israel, the people I have called. I am God, the first, the last, the only God, the holy God of Israel. The Lord who saves you says, I am the Lord your God, the one who wants to teach you for your own good and direct you in the way you should go. If only you had listened to my commands, then blessings would have flowed for you like a stream that never goes dry. Victory would have come to you like the waves that roll on the shore." Dear friends, we have to listen to the one who, as we just read here, the one who wants to teach us for our own good and really has the ability to do so that blessings and success would flow in our lives as described there. Who is that? Based on what we just read here in the Holy Bible. Of course, that is none other than God himself. What did he say? As I quoted there, he said, "I am the Lord your God, who wants to teach you for your own good," said God.
For you guys, I hope when you grow up, you always look to the good side. Okay? Always try to appreciate every good thing that is happening in this world. All right? What do you want to say? You want to say something to your parents?
I love my parents. I love my parents too.
Me too, I love my parents.
Number 6. SB19 unifies hearts and minds. Speaking of Tita 18 or Aunt 18, the fans of SB19 are diverse. You could see the composition of the audience in their concerts, from preschoolers to senior citizens. This is a phenomenon that has made news. Perhaps because SB19 songs resonate to all people of different cultures, and because they are not boxed in a genre, they pull in people with different tastes in music. But then again, it could just be their charm that people learn to love their music. I myself is a good example of this because I was never crazy about an artist in my youth, even if their songs were the proverbial part of the fabric of my life songs. Yet with SB19, I have the energy of a teenager, loving every music they put out. Still trying to make sense of this? Maybe it's my Philippine pride, having to leave the motherland as a teenager and struggle to establish myself in another country? Whatever the reason is, SB19 has brought together people of all ages and beliefs, touching them and moving them in different ways, including vlogging at my age. Now, isn't that influence?
Because that's the mana of our Mahalima. For SB19, the road from obscurity to prominence has been steeped in blood, sweat, and tears. That's why they learn to keep their hearts humble and grateful. As Tita 18, we're here for you! Happy Mother's Day to SB19 moms and all the mothers out there. Our gentleman of SB19 makes us sing, dance, and even scream with excitement at times. And in this episode, we learn the scope of their influence, reflective of their success. Because that's the mana of our Mahalima. This is Tita 18 Theta Pilar Pineda from Honolulu, Hawaii. Aloha.